So our bearings have arrived, yes, for our guide block die thing. So this will be the die and this is the die block, I think. So we need to put a slot down there all the way through, and I've already got the other one set up. So let's put a slot in. Yeah, let's put a slot in. Right, so I've got a 12mm slot cutter, and I've found the edge here, and I've moved it over so that it should leave us a 4mm wedge of metal. And we need to go down. This is where we're going to start mixing imperial and metric. We've got to go down until it's 0.238 thick, which is quite a bit to take out, but shouldn't take too long with the power feed on the x-axis now. So let's get going. It's not my sharpest cutter by any means, but it's the only one I've got that's 12mm. So hopefully it'll do all four. Another 7/10 to come off. Nearly there now. Nearly there. Final cut, hopefully. Right, let's have a look. Close enough. We're about half a thou out that side. Yeah, there's about half a thou difference, but it doesn't matter. It's a little bit too much off it, but it'll be okay, because we don't want it a tight fit, and the bearing fits in nicely. Just got to take some burrs off the edge. Yeah, rolls up there nicely. Right, so I've just got one of these together, bolted back up with the slot in. Very nice, and we shall see whether our bearing fits. Which it does, and it fits very nicely. You probably won't be able to see it on the camera, but there is a little bit of side play, and we're talking a thou, 2 thou, something like that. Because when this is in operation on the locomotive, depending on the position of this bearing needs to roll up one side, and then as it all moves the opposite direction, it then rolls down the other side. So it's kind of like a circular motion like that. That's obviously exaggerated. We're only talking thou movement. And that's to stop it wearing flats on the bearing or wearing these out. Now what we've got to do is cut this top half off, which I think what I'm going to do is off camera I will cut the majority off and then we'll machine the top, and then that's that. Them bits then hopefully done. We've still got some more holes to put in this bit here, and yes, we have the pair of them exactly the same. Put the bearing in that one. Exactly the same. Moving on very nicely.
5 minutes later.
Right, so I've got them all cut down. Just use the angle grinder. We've got one set up here, so I'm just going to skim this top face, and this needs to be about 1/8 of an inch thick. Let's see what happens. Finish ain't that great. Right, so I ended up upping the speed of the cutter. Feed rate is the same, so we should be close now. Finish is smoothish. Six now to come off. So I've ended up sacking off that cutter. It was awful, it was leaving a terrible finish that I was having to sand. So I've put the two pieces together, clamped them together, and I'm just going over with face mill, literally just skimming the very top to get a smooth finish, and then I'll just gently emery it. But it was giving me such an awful finish. Shouldn't make too much of a difference, there's enough meat there. Right. So we've got them now down to height. There's about 3 mil there, and we've got about 4 mil at the back. This front edge here, I've just gone over with a bit of emery, and they've come up really nice. So putting the fly cutter on has made the difference. I'm not sure whether to go in here and try and clean that up a little bit, get rid of some of the machine marks, but at least at the moment there's somewhere for oil to sit, or a bit of grease if we want to do that. But yeah, they've turned out really nicely. Right, we should get on with the next bit and get these together. Now if you do like what you're seeing on the channel at the moment and you haven't done already, then please do consider clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll be notified when we next release one of these cracking videos. And don't forget to hit that like button, because that will help this video, like all my others, share around to like-minded folk who have exceedingly good taste in engineering, steam engines and all that good stuff. And if you've done all that and you'd like to support the channel even more, then how's about becoming a channel sponsor using the YouTube membership? Yes, and you could help support the channel and help us grow further with making lots of videos, and that would be fantastic. On with video. We have one of the centre blocks in, set up, and in the middle here we need to put a hole for the lay shaft, which I have found at the centre of this one, and we need to put a 5/8 hole reamed, and on this one we are then going to move over 1.36 of an inch and put in a tapped hole for the reversing lever, which means that these are pretty much close to being finished. As far as the main work, we do have a clotter pin to put in once it's on the lay shaft, but we'll worry about that once we know the length of the lay shaft. So let's get this hole in. One reamed hole. So I've moved it over. It looks like it's going to land on the holes that we did. So we're just going to have to be careful. It'll be alright though. Might be alright there. That's saying 3/8. It's got to be 3/8 down, and that's what it is. We might have looked out there. Right, we'll get the tap in. There we go. That's that one done. Get the other one set up, and I'll get that hole done in the other one. It doesn't need this on the other one. So that's them both done. I've got the holes in, reamed, and then I've got the hole that's been tapped for an M8 for the reversing arm, which means we can now get this onto this lathe shaft. Yep, this is a piece of 20mm EN8, which is going to be the lathe shaft, and we need to turn down the end to 5/8 to fit our hole, reamed hole here. Now we're only going to do one side at the moment because we don't know the exact distance from the frames to do the other side. So we'll just do the one side, set it up, make all the other bits of the valve gear, and then that'll give us an idea of how long this has got to be. Oh, we get this in here. Can't be far away now. $12 now to come off. Beautiful. So with it all assembled and pushed onto the lathe shaft, which it's literally just pushed on, there's nothing holding that on yet, we've got to do all that later. It goes here, it slides in there between the two bearings that I've already put in, and on the other side you'll have the reversing lever, and this will then rotate forwards or backwards. And very early on in the build of this steam engine, I had lots of bits laser cut. I showed my combination lever and swing link. Now the combination lever is the bit that slides up here, like so. And the swing link swings there. And between the two, it has a pair of these. The banana link, which sort of attaches here at the end of the connecting rod. The end of that combination lever attaches there. And then it goes up and down. And it all wiggles and moves. So we've not got a lot more to do, really, in the grand schemes of where we started to where we are now. We've got to make a boss that goes in there to hold that bearing, that then screws in to the combination lever. We've got a boss to make here for the swing link. We've got to open these holes out because there's 2 of these per side. Bolt it all together and then make a rod from the top hole of the combination lever that then goes to our valve rod, which will then, as this moves up and down and is moving backwards and forwards, pushes that valve the appropriate distance. And like I was saying before, once we have the dimension of where this is all going to sit, we can then get some measurements here to get the other side of this fitted in the right place. This is quite exciting. We are really making huge leaps forward on the build. It's going to be exciting to see it running on air, and then once that's done, it's then take it apart and paint all the bits that need painting and put it back together finally with all its gaskets in and such. So this is getting quite exciting, and then we'll cover the whole lot up with the body. And let's not forget the big bit here that needs to go on, which we've not even covered yet. The authentic knock.